Welcome to my insane RPG Maker tutorial. So the first thing we're gonna do is hit this blank page icon and hit new project and name our project. I'm just gonna call it something funny. Okay. So now the first thing I wanna do is go to, you see here we have all the maps in our game. So right click map 001 and map properties. Now I'll change the name, should call it field. Let's change the tileset we're gonna use. Tilesets are basically all the textures in the game, so we can make different tilesets. Field kinda sucks, so let's just use exterior. Here we're gonna change the size. I'm gonna make it just the default. Parallax background is used for the blank spaces, so basically all the transparent areas in the map are gonna have this parallax background texture. So let's use the sky, showing editor, and let's make a loop so it looks nice. Just gonna make the map a little bigger so you can see. Auto change BGM, this is for the song on the map. Let's just use the funniest song we can find. This one is pretty funny. Let's pitch it up, we can pitch up the songs. It's pretty funny. So you see here are the transparent spaces. So let's change into map mode. Here we can edit the map tiles. Right click, you copy a tile. Right now I have copied an invisible tile, so these are transparent. So now let's check the tile tab. So here we have all the 8 tiles. These are the most useful tiles, I guess. Select the grass, and here are the different painting modes. You just use the bucket to fill, and now we can add some decorations. I guess B and C are used for decorations, so like trees and stuff. So let's just add some tree tiles. There we have it. This tree looks pretty fucking shit. Okay, insane. So now let's make a house using these tiles. Actually I like to make the roof like this, and it's bottom like that, and then go to the B and add like a door or something, I don't know. Okay, there we go. Now let's focus on events. So go to the event tab or press F6 on your keyboard. Right click, set as starting position player. You'll see this is the event that basically we can run the game, and our guy is gonna be here. So now let's add an event. Events are basically the programming of RPG Maker. I mean, it's not really programming, it's more like scratch. Okay, so now we have the contents. Here right click, insert, and let's just make it a text event. So here's something funny like, you know, nigga. I should make it the face of like this guy. So now let's, oh wait, let's edit the event. Okay, graphic, let's use a graphic. So double click that and just use one of these tiles, I guess. And there we go. So now let's run the game, and then press C and hit out. So yeah. Now another important thing is here, this priority tab. So now the character has the same priorities as me. It's the same as characters. But if I put it at below characters, I'm not gonna be able to talk with it because it's below me. Okay, I can't talk with him. Remember that you can have different properties. You can be below, same, and above. And the trigger, action button, so C. Player touch, so you can touch him and he says nigga. Event touch, that I don't really know what that means. Auto run means that he's just gonna say nigga infinitely, because the event auto runs. So you can do, that is really useful. You can basically auto run an event and then make it stop. So now let's make him say something different each time. So text 1, and now let's add the most important part of this tutorial: self switches. Self switch basically, let's do self switch A operation on. So the self switch is now on after he talks. So let's add a new event page. Wait, let's copy this event page and paste it here. So now you see we have 2 event pages. So you can have a lot of event pages, like a lot. So now let's go to the conditions tab. The conditions tab is basically what you have to meet for this event to appear. So right now there's nothing, so this event always exists. So let's check self switch A, and now this second page will only exist when self switch A is on, and we have turned self switch A on after talking to him. So now he says text 2. We can do this again with self switch B, copy event page B. So each page is basically its own event. So here he doesn't move, right? Because Altermos movement fixed. He doesn't move. But let's make it move here. Random, and let's set the speed higher. And then in the third event, hold on. Okay, the third event, text 3. He's gonna move super slow. Okay, so now you will see that when it talks to him, he says, this one, let's start moving, because that's the second event page, text 2, nothing else, really slowly, okay, so that is how self switches work. So now let's make a battle. First of all, I want to import a custom texture. So basically you go to this resource manager tab, and we want to import a battle texture, so an enemy. So we go to graphics battles, import, and let's just select an image. Okay, you can preview the image here. It has to be transparent because if not it looks awful. So now we have this image. So how do you create a custom enemy? Okay, let's go. Let's go to the database tab. Now this is the biggest tab. Here you have literally everything about your game. So we can also change the name of the actor. So I'm gonna call my guy like Sean. Can I like Sean Gamer? That's his nickname. So his texture is gonna be like a cow. And his face is gonna be like wait, what? There are no animal faces, really? Okay. Let's just make his face this height is very funny. And we can put the description like it's fucking retard. So now we go to enemies, and let's change this enemy slime. This slime enemy, let's call him big guy, and let's change the texture to the one we just uploaded. You can change the hue here. So now this is some properties in him. Have 2000 health, I'm 200 health. And now let's add a custom attack for him. Right now he only does attack. Here are his action patterns. He only does attack, so let's make a new one. I'm gonna edit this dual attack. I'm gonna just call it like Slambo. And here is the message that appears when he uses the attack. Just put like what a fucking slam. So now let's go to the enemy tab again and right click, edit, and let's add a new attack. So now he knows how to do this attack. Let's delete this one with the delete key. Let's make him drop a potion. Okay, you can edit the chances to it. So now he has a he has a 1 in 3 chance to drop magic water. So now let's go to troops. troops are basically so when you have an enemy, it's just exists here, and the troops are the actual fights you fight. So Sculpted fight big guy. Clear. And here we can add all the enemies in the game that we have in the other tab. So all these are here. So let's add big guy. We can change the battle pack. We can test the battle. We can and here you can run custom events in each battle. So let's say the condition is he's below 50% health. He's gonna say something funny. You can add something else. He's gonna say like "fuck you, Zane." Turn, I guess. So now let's make the battle happen. Okay, so right click, add a new event. Let's make some text. I'll say you wanna battle fucking return. And now let's go to the third tab and battle processing. So now you see we have all the troops here we saw earlier. So these aren't the enemies, these are troops. So big guy can escape, and here you see it created conditions. So if you win, let's just say he says I'm dead, and if you escape he says like bye. Let's add a graphic for this event. Just gonna make him like a slime or something because it's funny. And let's add a cell switch. So basically now what happens is you battle him, and after the battle ends, whether you win or not, he just stays there. And we don't want that, because if you won the battle, how is he still alive? So let's add a cell switch. Control cell switch A. Boom. There we go. So now it's an empty event, which means if you win the battle and he says I'm dead, he's actually dead because he just disappears. Let's see. So that is you wanna always fucking do it. So now he says I'm dead. He just disappears. So there you go. That makes it so that the battle doesn't play infinitely. So you can also make him approach you. So let's do speed higher, normal, and type approach. So now he actually comes into you, but he won't do anything. You have to press abandon to initiate the fight. So let's make him initiate the fight. So let's put event touch. So when this event touches you, the battle starts. Okay, so now let's make a house. You see this house? I'm gonna make a teleport event. So new map. Let's call it house. Display name house. Display name is the name that appears when you teleport into the map. So let's use the interior tileset. Graphic. Let's use like a sea of clouds. I really like that one. Show in the editor. Loop. And let's make it loop or horizontally, so it looks like it's moving. It's not really, it's kind of stupid, but let's make it a song. Let's use what if you keep playing a song that you want to play? Okay, you go to this tab, sound test, and here you can hear all the songs in the game and also stop them if you accidentally left one running. So now you see we have two maps, and this house map is actually connected to the field map like this. So if I make a new map from here, it's separate, So you can structure your maps like this. It's very useful. Let's just delete this. So this house, let's make a house. So now we go to the L dataset. You see we have different tiles from this one. That's because we're using the interior dataset. So I like to make my houses like this. Just make the outline like that, sort of. This is the floor. I add walls so it looks like it's 3D, some sort of. It looks kinda weird, but okay. So now let's add some decoration to the house. Bed, shelves, table, and that's it. Let's add someone who lives here, just for funny. Hi, woman. So now let's make a teleporting event. So now nothing will happen because there's no way of going to this map. But let's right click, new event, transfer player, house, here, and here you can select the direction. So let's put up, which means that when your character teleports there, he will be facing up. Let me drink some water. Okay. So now he teleports to the house. Let's make it a action button. So let's actually change this sprite to be a door instead of a black space because that looks ugly. Oh, I guess they have no door sprite. Okay, whatever. We should use this black space. So here. And now let's Ctrl C this event, Ctrl V, and let's make it so that you can escape the house, because right now you can go into the house but you can leave. So let's teleport him into the field here, and direction down. And okay, we should be able to have the house now. So now I hit C and I'm teleported in the house. You see the music changed because we told it to. And here's woman. And now we can leave. Okay, that's basically all. So another thing I wanna show is switches and variables. So right now now put like a switch. I told you how to use cell switch, but not switches. They're basically the same except they affect every event. So now let's switch to nigga because that's funny. So this is gonna be like a lever, yes. So you see this lever right here. So now when you interact with this lever, it will switch something. And let's make it cell switch A. So when you interact with it, it's gonna change the sprite, so it looks like you actually pulled the lever. Here we go, this one. So, and now let's make something appear when the nigga switch is on. So here we go, switch nigga is on. So this event will only exist when the switch nigga is on. So let's make someone appear. Hi. And let's go. So now we pull the lever and he appears. So now let's do the same thing but with a variable and a different object. Havana. for another round. So instead of control switches, let's go control variables, and let's make a variable called like nigga variable, and let's add 1. So let's make another guy that only appears when variable is 1 or above, and let's also make another guy that appears when switch nigga is on and nigga variable is 1 or above. So now we press this button and that guy appears, we press this lever, these 2 guys appear. So yeah, that's how for this tutorial I think. Usually you focus for more text, it's really easy. So you just go to here, and for example the actor tilesets and stuff are basically tiled, so you'll have to do that on your own, I guess, and then hit import and import the image. If you try to import an image that's like really big and use it as a tileset, it's gonna look broken. So let's change our actor to the Kirby image I just uploaded, so you see it's super broken. Fucking shit. It's kinda funny, but it doesn't really work. So yeah, that's it. Leave your questions in the comments below and enjoy.